גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Shabbat shalom and welcome. Shabbat is upon us, and with it comes the pause that refreshes. a built-in way during the week to pause, to breathe, to break our rhythm of getting up every day and doing the same grind. We're supposed to, on Shabbat, gather as a family, light some candles, drink some wine, break bread together, and relax a little bit. Sense of accomplishment of the week having passed, and enter ourselves into sacred time as opposed to time to do the regular stuff. So as we enter this holy time, this island in time, just be aware of this idea that we are entering into, this bubble, this little island, this oasis that waits for us every week, and we can be reassured that at the end of Shabbat, we only have another 6 days to wait until it comes back again. So here we are. Shabbat has arrived in the world. The sun is setting. It's beautiful outside. We're about to light candles. And just take a moment to breathe in the spirit of Shabbat. Let it enter. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Temple Sherry Emeth. I'm Cantor Wally Shackett-Briskin, and I'd like to introduce our president, Jennifer Fessler, who has a few announcements for us.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It was so awesome to see so many come out for Purim on Wednesday night. Billy Jonas Band was here, and hopefully many of you saw it. Our junior choir was back in action. Both joined our Kolenu band. It was a fun night, one, and two, it was just amazing to see so many people out back in our home. So thank you all who came, and if you watched at home, I hope you enjoyed it. Another fun night not to miss is TSC's Comedy Club on April 30th. Johnny Lampert, Ophira Eisenberg, and Michael Harrison, who have all appeared on Comedy Central, CBS, and in Atlantic City, are coming to Temple Sherry Emeth. Go to the website and get your tickets early because they do go up at the door and we don't want it to be sold out. So make sure you get your tickets. On March 23rd, our Children of God program is back. This interfaith conversation will be focusing on tolerance and acceptance. It is on Zoom so everybody can join. I'm so proud to be part of a community that feels that it is important to be inclusive with our Islam, Christianity, and other Judaism friends to understand our differences as well as our commonalities. Our Renaissance group is going to see Bridges of Madison County at the Axelrod Performing Arts Center on March 26th. Any member 49 and above, I'm almost there, can join the Renaissance group. They go to a ton of fun events, shows, and exhibits throughout the tri-state area. Make sure you visit their website, on their page on our website to see all of their events. Along with shows, Yoshi seniors are heading into New York City to see Dear Evan Hansen. While there will be chaperones, all of you teens out there, it will be a fun night in the city without your parents, so if you haven't signed up, certainly do that now as well. Another date not to forget is the 27th of March is our congregational meeting at 7 o'clock. It will be on Zoom. We will be going through the entire year, how things were, how things are going to be. We will be approving our budget for next year and nominating our board for next year. So please, if you've never come to one, join us on Zoom. It's real easy to get on, and we hope to see you there. As always, we have Saturday morning Minyan at 10 o'clock, Torah study on Wednesdays at 11 and Saturdays at 9. And the weather's getting warmer. More outdoor activities are going to be added, so please, please just keep checking our website for all upcoming events. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. This weekend, we will also celebrate someone becoming bat mitzvah, and so it's my pleasure to invite forward the Goldner family to help light our Shabbat candles and lead us in Kiddush. We'll be using the blue prayer books that can be found under your seats, and we'll begin on page 121.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who
Hails
housed us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen.
Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who finding favor with us, sanctified us with mitzvot. In love and favor, you made the holy Shabbat our sacred days, a heritage as a reminder of the work of creation. Just make sure you're paying attention. As first among our sacred days, it recalls the exodus from Egypt. You chose us and set us apart from the peoples. In love and favor, you have given us your holy Shabbat as an inheritance. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam b'rei pri hagafen.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lemase v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher litziad Mitzrayim ki vanu bacharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen. L'chaim. We'll continue on page 125. Let's read together. Where has this week vanished? Is it lost forever? Will I ever recover anything from it? The joy of life, the unexpected victory, the realized hope, the task accomplished. Will I ever be able to banish the memory of pain, the sting of defeat, the heaviness of boredom? On this day, let me keep for a while what must drift away. On this day, let me be free of the burdens that must return. On this day, Shabbat, abide. Help me to withdraw for a while from the flight of time. Contain the retreat of the hours and days from the grasp of frantic life. Let me learn to pause, if only for this day. Let me find peace on this day. Let me enter into a quiet world this day. On this day, Shabbat, abide. Page 138, Lecha Dodi, we welcome the Sabbath bride. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Tene Shabbat, Nekabla, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Tene Shabbat, Nekabla, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Tene Shabbat, Nekabla, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Tene Shabbat, Nekabla. Page 144. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divarach irute ve'yamlich malchute, v'chayechon v'yomechon, uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael, ba'agala, uvizaman kari, v'emeru, Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah Mevarach, Le'alam U'Lalamei Alamaya, Yitbarach, Ve'yishtabach, Ve'yitbar, Ve'yitromam, Ve'yitnaseh, Ve'yithadar, Ve'yit'aleh, Ve'yithalal, Shemei Dekudsha, Richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran be'alma v'meru. Amen. Page 146, our call to worship. If you're able, please rise. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. va'ed, le'olam va'ed. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Page 148, we continue in the Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim bechokma poteach she'arim uvitvuna meshane itim umachalif et hazmanim umesader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono borei yom valayla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or uma'avir yom umevi laila umavdil ben yom uven laila Adonai tzvaot shemo El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. Page 151. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Please be seated. We continue chanting on page 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, u'v'lechtecha v'derech, u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha, u'kshartam lehot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot beinenecha, u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvish'arecha leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim Liod lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem. Page 157. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravaged by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. Ya ba ba bim bim bam, ya ba 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 bim bam, ya ba ba bim bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam. Ay 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 ay, ya ba ba bim bam. Ay 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 ay, ya ba bim bam. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi. Kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele, malchutecha ra'u v'necha, chokei hayam libnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze Eli, hanu ve'amru, Adonai Meloch Leolam Avayim, Ya ba ba bim bim bam, Ya ba ba bim bam, Ya ba bim bim bam, Ya ba bim bam. Ay 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 ay, Ya ba bim bam. Ay 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 ay, Ya ba bim bam. Page 161. Together. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Page 164, our tefillah, our Amidah. Please rise. Adonai sifatai tiftach, Ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chazdei Avot ve'imahot, U'mevi Gula livnei v'neihem, Leman Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozeir u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah Rav lehoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechalkel chaim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech nofalim ve'rofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishene afar. Micha mocha ba'al givurot umido melach. Melech memit umchayeh umatzmiach Yeshua. V'ne'eman ata lahachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hakol. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kedoshim b'chol yom yahalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated. Page 171. Together. Days pass and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see wherever we gaze that the bush burns unconsumed, and we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place, and we did not know it. Blessed is the Eternal One, the Holy God. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. 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 Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov be'enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol eit Kol sha'ah b'shalomecha. Baruch atah Adonai hamavarech et amo Yisrael. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. 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 Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. We pause for a moment of silent prayer. Ihiu leratzon imre fi. Hegion libi lefanecha. Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri, v'goali. Ihiu leratzon imre fi, v'hegion libi lefanecha. Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri, v'goali, v'goali. We always take a moment during our service to think of those who are ill, who are in need of healing. The Misha Berach prayer can be found on page 371. And as we turn there, we mention especially Daniel and Mindy Minerva, Stephen Rice, Jordan Silverman, Richard Cohen, Brian Roche, Colleen Syatt, Norma Menaker, Jan Gale, Ron Klug, Karen Schiffman Goldstein, Arlene Schwartz, Harriet Domro, Kate Ratner, Adam Aptaker, Rachel Wall, Roberta Rayburn, Grayson Shukovsky, Barbara Levino, Michelle Safran, Rich Bowden, Spencer Gray Rothstein, Benita Apple, Brody Scher, Carol Levine, Fira Schwartz, Samuel Finkelstein, Jenna Schneller, Bonnie Eskowitz, Bert Stillman, Richard Craig, Abe and Rhea Drucker, Linda Esposito, Myra Baskin, Cheryl Herskowitz, David Shore, Auntie Annie, Jared Naratsky, Ruth Ellen Resch, June Martin, Jeffrey Cohen, Joel Samet, Harriet Marcus, Joyce Welkus, Michael Dollinger, Rick Gratch, Hallel Miriam Bat Rivka Nechamat Siona Singer, Alexandra and Eugenia Litovskaya, Rick Swartzel, Jacob Rosenberg, Jim Woods. We think of all those afflicted with COVID-19 and all those who are in need of healing in the Ukraine. If there are others that you would like to mention out loud, I invite you to do so now. Mishaberach Avotenu v'imotenu Avraham, Yitzchak v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel v'Leah. May the Holy One send blessing to all those in need of healing, skill and care to their caregivers, and patience and strength to their loved ones. As together we say, Amen. Page 371. Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBeracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema. renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. This week we're up to Parashat Tzav. Tzav is the Torah portion that describes a little bit about the holy sanctuary. It calls to mind the decorative outfit that Aaron the high priest is supposed to wear, which includes a robe and an ephod and all this kind of priestly clothing. So I was involved in a project a number of years back where it was one wonderful woman's mission named Randy Friedman to put together a collection from contemporary composers, song leaders, and ditty writers of a song for each Torah portion. So you could musically go from the beginning of Genesis to the end of Deuteronomy and right on back again. So I had heard about this after Genesis had already been completed. I said, oh, I want to. So they said, well, there's really nothing going on for Tzav. And so I said, I'd like to take a shot at it. So my songwriting partner and I sat down to write something about a priestly garment and all that went into it. And so this is where this piece of, well, I guess we can dare to call it an educational song came about. Maybe in the style of Schoolhouse Rock, but a little bit more like, this is Torah, this is some rhymes, and here you go. Years ago, while walking in the sand, on our way to the promised land, God told Moses, Moses told the Jews, gather round and listen to the news. We need to bring forth Aaron and his sons. Everyone can come, but they're the special ones. Distinctive clothes and ornaments are God's desire. Now let's dress the priest in his holy attire. Aaron has to wear the robe to be a priest. He has to wear the robe. It's a visual feast. He has to wear the robe. It's something he must do. He has to put it on 'cause God has told him to. Now Aaron's here. It's time to get him dressed. Bring out all the garments. Make sure he looks his best. First put on the girdle. Around his waist it goes. Then put on the robe. It flows down to his toes. Here comes the breastplate, made of purest gold. Look at it shine, it's a sight to behold. Last but not least, the holy crown is next. Now Aaron looks like a priest. According to the text, he has to wear the robe to be a priest. He has to wear the robe, it is a visual feast. He has to wear the robe, it's something he must do. He has to put it on 'cause God has told him to. Aaron the Kohen served our people very well. Became a priestly leader of Am Yisrael. He passed on, but those clothes are still around. The Jewish people use them wherever shuls are found. The robe is now the cover for Atzei Chaim. The breastplate, crown, and girdle fit the Torah's priestly theme. And now you know how the Torah got its dress. We learned it all from Aaron's priestliness. He had to wear the robe to be a priest. He had to wear the robe, it was a visual feast. He had to wear the robe, it's something he had to do. He put it on 'cause God had told him to. He had to wear the robe to be a priest. He had to wear the robe. It was a visual feast. He had to wear the robe. It's something he had to do. He had to put it on because God told him to. Wouldn't you? Props for the Torah. Ooh. And we move on. You can find the Aleinu in the middle of page 586. Please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula leotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyed ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishbechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vigor aleinu kechol hamonam. Vanachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayim v'yoser haaretz umoshav yikaro b'shamayim imal ushkinatu zo Begov hemeromim, hu Eloheinu enod, emet malkeinu evezulato, kakatu betorato, ve'adata hayom vashevota elevavecha. Ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, b'shamayim imal, ve'al ha'aretz mitachat enod, v'nemar v'haya Adonai, L'melech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, ushemo echad. If you are here to remember someone you've lost and we mention their name, we invite you to rise and we will join you in rising before the Kaddish. We think now of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at the season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. Tonight we remember those whose families are in the 7-day mourning period of Shiva. Edward Easer, father of Mayor Easer, and Gay Reynolds, grandfather to Josh and Talia, and Jennifer and Stephen. We think of those whose families are in the 30-day mourning period of Shloshim: Glenn Cohen, Jerry Bursey, Betsy Millman, brother John Lewis, Albert Uster. We think of those 994,800 Americans who have succumbed to COVID-19, over 6,084,000 in the world. And our hearts join with those who are observing Yartzeit this week: Lily Albert, Celia Appel, Lena Bennett, Ruth Block, Irving Borshoff, Albert Brown, Buzz Charon, Rose Cohen, Charles Connor, Wendy Scammer Curtis, Audrey Diamond, Julius Diamond, Rita P. Dooley, Phil Feld, Gloria Gelfond, George Gold, Francis Goldberg, Ira Goldstein, Bernice Hammer, Leon Heller, Helen Hodes, Carl Huber, Pearl Kasten, Rita Kirschenbaum, Francis Goldstein Klein, Samuel Klein, Rube Krongold, Donald Cubitt, May LeWinter, Barbara Lieber, George Ludwig, Aaron Oken, Phyllis Pelagno, Alex Passon, Bessie Perlman, Martin Pine, Abe Rabinowitz, Lillian Robinson, Eugene Roche, Marvin Rosen, Kathy Rosenblatt, Lillian Roth, Nathan Rubel, Louis Schaefer, Perry Schwartz, Mildred Siegman, William Semmel, Hilliard Silverman, Hector Smilowitz, Kenneth Sohn, Jack Solomon, Stanley Spiegel, Etta Sprechman, David Weiss, Bessie Zinn. Each week we call to mind 6 individuals who perished in the Shoah, naming them individually instead of by number. Etta Schwarz, Aryeh Moses, Erna Friedman, Moses Yong Day, Lena Wormser, Sari Frank. Grateful for their memories, we rise as one loving community for the words of the Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon u'vyomechon, u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv imru, amen. Yehe shemei rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lalamei alamaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach, v'yit pa'ar, v'yit romam, v'yit naseh, v'yit hadar, v'yit aleh, v'yit halal, shemei dekudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. May the source of peace send peace to those who mourn and comfort to those who are bereaved, as together we say, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, amen. Please be seated.
We are grateful each week for those donations that are given to our community. Without these donations, we can't continue to help our congregation in many ways and have the programs that we have throughout the year. This week, donations were made in memory of Glenn Cohen, Eugene Paris, Richard Perillis, Betsy Millman, Gerald Bursey, Larry Slater, Joseph Epstein, Mort Blumenthal, Kathy Lewitt, Jackie Perlman, Sandy Lustig, Edward Ezer, Jerry Geller. Donations were also made for the yurt site of Lillian Roth, Rose Cohen, Sam Cohen, Carl Huber, George Ludwig, Rita Polak-Dooley, Gertrude Powell, Irving Borshoff, Perry Schwartz, Julie Cohen, Rube Krongold, Hyman Tadelman, Esther Licht, Barbara Leiber, Bessie Zinn, George Hesslein, Olga Wolt, Buzz Sharon, Ruth Block, Dr. Martin Pine, David Weiss, Ann Matza, Kenneth Sohn, Celia Appel, Elliot J. Wallowitz, Jack Solomon, Jay Reinstein, Jerry Radler, Bernice Hammer, Gloria Gelfond, Elaine Landberg, Audrey Diamond, Abe Rabinowitz, Lois Schaefer, and Marion Finkelstein. Donations were also made in honor of the birth of Risa Sophie Taish, Bat Mitzvah of Samantha Goldner, Bat Mitzvah of Sophie Kipnis, and in honor of Michael Holzer. Donations were also made in appreciation of the Youth Scholarship Committee, Cantor Wally, and Cantor Lisa Levine. Thank you again for all your donations.
And now, we'll ask Jennifer to bring that little handheld mic around because Hopefully you did your homework this week and you brought back some good news, some mazel that you can share with our community, because your good news is our good news.
All right, so two things. First off, hasn't this weather been great this week? I hope everyone here got a chance to enjoy it. So, Oh yeah, daylight savings, can't forget that. And secondly, I finally got to reunite with my friend after nearly 12 years.
Wow. Awesome. Other wonderful things to share.
Well, we had birthdays this March. We had his special birthday, and then our grandson Alan turned 2, and our son also had a birthday, St. Patrick's Day. So we're birthdaying all over March, which is good.
I will share also my oldest turned 21 this week, so I'm feeling rather old, but I officially have an adult in the family. I'm sure he did. Anybody else?
This Shabbat is the 100th anniversary of the first bat mitzvah. So I think that's something that we should all, and how many of the women here have become bat mitzvah? It's a pretty good statistic.
Anybody else?
Wonderful.
I'm here to celebrate the weekend of my granddaughter Samantha's bar mitzvah and enjoy and have a lot of fun, and it's great to see family again.
Terrific.
Mazel
How far did you travel in from?
Well, I lived in New Jersey, but I came from Florida.
It's a long way to come. Terrific. So let's break some bread together. We'll uncover the challah. We'll sing motzi. And don't miss those cake pops in the back afterwards. I hear they are really rich and yummy. Ha-motzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our prayer is joyfully said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. We join together in Oseh Shalom. Feel free to do all the hand motions that you know to this one. Oseh Shalom bimromav. Yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav yaseh shalom aleinu Israel, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. Shalom bimromav, yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen, ve'imru, amen. invite you now to draw your loved ones close, put your arms around those you are podding with, or place your hands over your heart as we bless each other with the Trifold Benediction. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May you be blessed. May you be safe. Ya'er Adonai panav ve'elecha v'chuneka. May you be luminous. May you be loved. Yisa Adonai panav ve'elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May you be joyous. May you be healthy. May you be whole. Shabbat shalom. Ve'imru amen. Ve'imru amen. Ve'imru